remember seeing the hit dice.
I love the first set of rolls when during a session.
Yeah.
Because it kind of determines how it's going to play out.
Right. Hit dice is pretty much like your how many levels you have, because for every level you get a hit die.
Oh, okay. I just never noticed it until literally just now.
Yep. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Are we ready? Any questions? Ready, Freddy? Get it going.
Are there any cheat codes?
Let's
yeah. There's a cheat code. You can bribe me. There's always cheat codes.
Subscribe.
Oh, like and subscribe. Don't forget to share to your friends. Either way. Alrighty. So if I remember correctly, you guys just spent a week and a half or 2 weeks building the new meats. Okay.
Second edition.
And you guys were heading to the capital, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yeah, I got to deliver some mail.
Right.
Rain, shine, or slavery. I'm getting there.
Rain, shine, or slavery. Well, that's a way of putting it.
Well, that is a way of putting it. That's a good way of putting it.
Being enforced by the government. That tax man wants his money. All right, so
ride around in the tax man's wagon.
That's right. You did reconstruct an old wagon to this one.
They stole all their money.
That's very true.
Basically.
Stole. We stole our money back.
The research. Fund the research.
Right.
Very well. Alrighty. So it's going to take you about half a day-ish to get to the capital if you're going to go straight there.
It depends on power crystals?
Correct. So 1 power crystal will run this thing for about 1 day.
Oh, we're good.
Right. Now, keep in mind you used a crate of them to make this.
Okay.
Granted, you had I think there was 10 or 12 crates?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Oh, look at that.
Did I upload this? I did not upload this. Yay! Real time. Man, we are just absolutely shit today. My God. I will.
Real time shenanigans.
Right.
Happening in real time from the comfort of your home.
Right. Let's see here. Does
that sound like a Rick and Morty ad?
I was out of it most of the week. Not even gonna lie. I was pretty well burned out. And I never saved this fucking thing either. Son of a bitch. Technical difficulties.
Artificer.
Yeah.
What?
Hear me out. Dwarven power armor, eh? Hmm?
Where are the materials for this?
Don't know.
I can make anything you want if you give me materials. Give me enough time.
That's not too bad. That's not a bad deal.
Yeah, I thought I'd bring
Like this, he just holds up one of the stones that he's turned into basically a grenade.
Oh, I like this guy.
Fireball.
I like this guy.
I had 2 plantations of them, so.
Even though I hear silent, hollow screams behind you when I'm near you. All right.
I'm waiting for this to upload.
What else can we plant here?
I won't watch you while you sleep. It's fine.
That doesn't sound ominous at all.
I have many questions.
Out of character, he doesn't need sleep. Friendly reminder, he doesn't sleep or need to rest. So...
That's fair.
He doesn't need sleep or need to rest.
Yeah, he just has to do light activity. Light activity can include walking, eating, sitting down, reading a book, any of that. So he could literally just walk into someone's room and sit there and stare at them all night if you wanted to.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay, so this map is not to scale. I will
Wonderful.
preface that right now. It's
Is there
not
one scale or
to
two
scale.
scale, 3 scales?
But this map, this area is pretty massive.
Right.
It's to scale. It's just not.
It's
the right
one
scale.
little square.
Okay. You guys are coming in from the east gate. Let me. Players. There we go.
I guess they like Maxwell so much.
Throwing Ben out there. Throwing Tiny out there. Where the hell is... There he is. Okay. I was like, where the hell is he? He's not in my list.
Been a blanket airship.
Yes. So, as you guys are, I guess, stopping near the gate stands 60 foot tall and goes about 5 miles in either direction of the gate. You can see a massive clockwork tower from behind the gate and 2 giant pillars from behind the wall as well. For those of you who know this area, you know that that is mostly the Senate buildings, also where a lot of the high command of the guards are. And as you're coming up to the gates, you see there's about 17 or 20 guards standing there, and a merchant goes through, and you can see what looks like a flying, almost like one of Axis's drones, doing like a hollow light scan of everything on the cargo as it's going in. And then the guards pretty much go, all right, you're clear, hand it over, and the merchant goes through.
What did he hand over?
Paperwork for being merchants.
Oh.
Making sure papers are in order. Also, you guys can see flying blimp-like objects in the air, kind of patrolling around the perimeter at all times.
Last I checked, we had a lot of murderers. Murderers. Somebody help.
You okay?
Murderers?
There you go.
Yes. Sent after us from here.
Search room.
So,
Search. Yeah.
the hell are we doing here?
We have papers to deliver.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. I just don't want to get murdered.
Bring too much meat here.
Well,
Too
and
much
I mean, if
Mead?
our assassins came from here, it only makes sense we gotta come here to find out why they sent us.
Assassins.
Yeah.
Just tilts his head quizzically.
People that are trying to kill us.
Wait, you're hunted people?
Aren't you?
He like looks down. Good.
Oh.
I feel safer already. So it's like both of his little hands come out and all 4 of his hands are rubbing.
So there's 3 people in line ahead of you, all with carts. And as you get closer within earshot, you can hear the guard talking to one of the people. He says, all right, preliminary check. Anything evil on your caravan that we need to know about? Mert's like, no.
Just under breath goes,
And then the cart goes through and it gets scanned. And you see this thing just turn bright red and almost break through out of the cart. This artifact looking thing. It looks like a goblet. And the guards immediately surround them completely. A mage comes out from a guard post and locks it into a dimension door immediately, like right on cue. And then they start taking the merchant away for trying to smuggle contraband into the capital.
Well,
Another couple of guards leads the cart to some other location.
are they looking for evil people or just evil things? Because either way, we might have a problem. He starts looking back and forth at
Like we're
everyone
camping
nervously.
outside.
Oh.
I mean, knowledge
Oh,
arcana.
Arcana.
Hmm. Ooh, ooh, Tiny actually got it.
Yeah.
So Tiny, you know that this drone is only going after items. It doesn't affect people, just items.
I'm gonna kick your butt.
So guys, I'm pretty sure it's only items. Might want to check your inventories.
Okay.
I
He
don't
whispers.
know.
He whispers to his shoulder, and the drone gets out, takes the cannon, and they fly up and out of the vehicle and go over the wall.
Oh my god.
I
Uh,
don't recommend that.
No, it's gone. They're done. They'll meet us on the other side.
Okay, but
Hmm.
I myself may be in danger. My axe is in danger. Several items I have may be in danger. I'm starting to wonder about being a paladin.
You're a paladin. Why would you have anything evil?
It's a good axe.
uh
I'm just saying,
have
I'm
an
a little
evil
bit
axe.
worried.
I mean, we could dispel it.
Guess
Wait,
not.
that wouldn't help.
Oh yeah, I can do that. No, that wouldn't help. Oh shit!
That would
My
explode it.
scythe. I'm bound to my scythe.
I can keep this.
I'm not going. That's it.
You,
I'll
I've
stay
seen
outside.
people with the ability to summon weapons. Do you have that ability? Can you summon weapons to your person?
Oh, quick reference. Are you guys taking the meats into the capital or no?
Yes.
Is there anywhere outside the park yet?
No.
Then,
Hmm.
yeah, I guess yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, big horse statue.
Oh, very properly evil weapon.
You're all robotic, man.
Yeah. That was really bad.
You want to run that by me again? Nope, he's frozen in place. I think we lost him.
Difficulties.
We lost him. He gone.
Uh-oh.
Sounds about right.
Backwards.
Uh-oh. I think he's gone.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Wait, I saw movement.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, I see him.
Snapped.
What options do I have here? I'm here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there you go. We can see you moving now. All right. We can probably hear you talk too.
No, you're on mute.
Fucking prick.
Sorry.
All right. What options do you have here?
Yeah.
Give me 2 rolls. Give me a Arcana roll, and then give me a Intelligence roll.
Oh, sorry, I was just saving through.
Okay. All right. So, you know, because you were helping with the constructing of the meats, that anything you put into the dimensional rooms will be safe from the scan because they're considered outside the realm. Their own little dimension pocket.
I will be waiting in that room.
Okay.
Okay. Starts pulling levers to inch the thing forward.
All right. You see some guards kind of hastily come forward, and they're standing at ready.
Hi.
Are you like leaning out the window when you do that?
Yeah, as they walk up, he just kind of like leans out the window. Hi.
Do you have to like beam your fucking thoughts into their
This
head?
is registration, please.
Yeah, he's attempting. If they're willing to speak to him, they hear him say hi in common. If they're not willing to speak to him,
Oh,
They just hear-
no.
like chattering and stuff.
Gatorade and heavy breathing. What
But
seems
he
to be
does
the
look like he
problem.
gives like a happy mantis like wave at them.
So
Like tilts his head slightly.
they actually, when they see you, they kind of go, oh.
Now I'm hungry.
And you see them kind of mess with an amulet on their chest, and it starts glowing, and they can actually understand your native tongue.
Ooh.
Wonderful. They just can't speak it back, but that's fine because I understand them.
Right. They pretty much like purpose of being here with this siege weapon?
Oh, it's not a siege weapon. I made it. It's a cart.
Right. Are you here to trade or
We encountered some issues at the city from the south. He just kind of points a thumb down the road they just came down, trying to get in to deliver papers because road had bandits. Bandits dealt with. Issue solved. Yay.
I
He
just
just kinda
pop my head
claps.
out a lower window. Mail call.
the guard comes over to the halfling sticking mail call from Middleway
Yes.
Rest? You guys
Yes.
came from there.
Yes.
That
Oh.
place, yes.
Excellent. I still I have to run this by a supervisor. I've never seen a vehicle like this before. Please stay here. And he just he walks away, and you see 4 court magicians come out to investigate this marvel of a vehicle you have.
He just waves at them. Hi.
Boy. Probably
You-
should have left
you
these
s-
guys the mail.
You see a couple of the mages go, "What the fuck?" after seeing Axis, and they're kind of chattering to each other, and then they go through and inspect the vehicle on the outside, and they're like, "We detect a lot of magic here. What is this?"
I
made
mean, it's a vehicle held together by magic.
No horses required.
Yeah.
And you're here on official capacity?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're traveling adventurers. We kind of need some self-defense when we're out and about.
Very well. We'll walk them through. And
Hit the sand.
they kind of wave you to drive through.
Pulls lever, pulls another level, presses one of the pedals in, just starts moving it forward.
And you can see a lot of guards just kind of awestruck by this machine. They've never
Looks over
seen
at
a
them.
land vehicle before.
Is there a large crowd of people?
There is now.
It just pushes, reaches up, and it's got like a cord for the train, like pulls thing, train horn goes off.
Brr.
Axis is a semi-driver. So as it goes through, that little orb thing goes by and starts like detecting the vehicle, and it just gets a couple of different readings, and then it just kind of sputters out, and the magician's just like, "Yeah, it's magical. It's not gonna get a good read. Don't worry about this. We'll just keep going.
We can take the lead right now? Oh, no.
Thumbs up. 3 different arms come up. Thumbs up. One.
3 thumbs up.
So as you get to the other side, there's another guard there in fairly white, full plate armor, and he kind of comes up and starts talking to, I guess, Axis, and starts pointing towards the High Chapel and Adventure Guild area, which you can blatantly see. And it's like, go there, go to the, there's a building close to the King's Castle. You can see that is where you want to drop off all the mail stuff, and be careful not to run over children.
That's what the horn's for. And the cow catcher. He points up in the front.
Right.
Cow catcher. The cow catcher. Oh, I guess he didn't call it a child catcher. That's probably a good thing.
So as you guys are driving through, you will notice that you do have a escort of sorts, because they're still not sure how to figure you out. They've never seen your kind before.
I mean, I am a monstrosity, so
Right.
I'm driving a magical thing that's basically another monstrosity in itself.
It's Miss Frizzle.
The magic school trucker bus.
Oh,
All right. So as you guys get too close to the king's castle, you can tell that this area is not very well traveled, but you can see couriers running from the Senate to the Royal Treasury. There's about 15 of them running around at any given moment.
Right. And we wanted to go to the High Chapel, right?
You wanted to go, yeah, close to the High Chapel by the king's castle. You'll see there's a government building there. It's it's smaller-ish, but it's still a building.
Okay.
Just gonna park like right next to it, but kind of out of the way.
Okay.
Ooh.
So who has all the paperwork?
I do.
Alrighty.
I'm in another dimension at the moment.
Oh, I'll go knock on Ben's door and tell him he can come out.
Just as I'm walking in the back, seeing him come out, the magic overrode the sensors. The thingy died, apparently. Too much magic. Just opens the side door, starts walking outside.
Alright, so. Did we run over any children?
Going to check. Just walks up front.
Oh, God.
As you walk up front, your little spider drone and cannon thing land real close on top of the vehicle.
You said it, I thought it. They just hold a hand out and they like crawl back on top of me and just mount themselves. The cannon to the backpack kind of looks like part of the backpack now. The spider's just kind of hanging out. Just walk up front, see if we hit anything.
You hit nothing. Everyone was kind of parting the sea, so to be.
Leans in, like breathes on it and rubs a little bit of it with some cloth. Yeah.
Alright.
All right. Claus, you're in charge.
In charge of behaving.
Don't worry,
That's
I
what
gave
she
Claus
means.
extra key.
that's good.
Oh, good. I
Please
wonder
don't
if
leave
we
us.
had keys.
Good. It's more like a magical crystal that can control every aspect of the vehicle, but yes.
Can you shut off the cannon aspect? Is this Claus we're talking about?
You see Claus climb
If you
on
shut
top of the
entire
vehicle.
Thing down. But Claus has key. So
Claus climbs on top of
Alright.
the vehicle and sits on top of the grease cannon, and just sits there, almost looking like she's sunbathing, absorbing all the heat.
Okay.
Good.
A cat sunbathing. How original.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Suspicious. Even when she's not doing anything suspicious. To the chapel then, eh?
No, he said it was a smaller building near the chapel.
Yes. Yeah, as you're by the high chapel there, you can see the building. There's a couple of guards around there. Like, you'll notice, like, there's guards pretty much everywhere. And there's smaller floating basins kind of going around just over the market and kind of floating around town, always, like, just watching places. And then, as you guys reach the high chapel, you can hear a small alarm go off, and from the king's castle, a gate opens and 3 hover vehicles fly out at pretty high speed with about 10 guards on each platform, and they speed off over towards the prison area. And then the alarm goes quiet.
That's probably nothing.
Well,
All right.
I might have a lot of gold, but I need to get more, so let's get up here and get this done with.
as you walk into the building there, you can see a couple of different people running like a front desk operations, and there's a lot of people running around in the back, and it kind of looks like the Wall Street Exchange, where everyone's just kind of running around and shouting at each other. There seems to be no organization whatsoever.
I assume we just go up to the front desk.
Yep. As you go to the front desk, there's a half-orc lady sitting behind the desk, just kind of looking at stuff, reading things with very tiny glasses. And she sees you approach, and simply state your business.
Mail call.
I slap the paperwork up there in the bag of holding.
From where?
We just made your day a lot worse.
Oh, honey, I get paid by the hour. Ain't nothing gonna make my day worse.
Well, then your day just got a lot better. That's like 3 months of backed up paperwork.
Is this from Middle Ways Rest?
Yes.
Indeed.
Very well, I know what to do with this. And she kind of turns around and shouts, Claudy, Shawty, and Vrody, get over here. And you see 3 gnomes come running up. She takes the bag of holding and dumps it in their cart that they had, and then hands it back. I believe that's yours. Did you need a receipt with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, very nice, very nice. And she writes up and kind of checks this little globe thing, writes a date and a time, hands it back to you. Anything else you need?
No, I don't think so.
Well, like I said, you didn't make my day worse.
Where would we be getting our payment for delivering this? Would that be the Adventurers Guild?
Nope. What you're going to do is you're going to take that piece of receipt there and anything else to identify yourself from Middle Ways Rest, head over to the Royal Treasury and go see Cheyenne. Cheyenne will be there. She works the same time I do. Just tell her her bestie sent you to see her, and you'll get what you need.
Diane, her bestie. Got it. Thank you very much.
Anytime.
Shattering noises.
You keep interesting company.
We
Thank you.
try to.
You're like a bar joke
Oh.
waiting to happen.
Have a lovely day.
She just goes back to reading a book.
You know how you see people that just have the eyes that have seen murders and they're the seasoned veterans. She kind of gives off that vibe, but with male.
Yes.
I don't know which one's more terrifying.
It's back.
When you look into the abyss looks back.
It calls you a bar joke.
Calls you.
Wait, are we a bar joke?
All right,
Yes.
so
Yes, we are.
No,
As long as the joke
would go
ends in me
something like-
eating a drow, it's fine.
Uh-oh. Diam.
I am getting
Killed
hungry.
him. I'm kidding. I'm saying
I'm sure it goes something like a giant insect,
Oh.
a lizard, and a dwarf walk into a bar and nobody sees the rogue.
Alright.
Then I eat the drow. Got it.
And then you eat the drow.
I like that
Ooh.
joke.
Alright. So who's all doing what?
To the Boreal Treasury then.
Alright.
To see Cheyenne.
Okay.
Oh, she's a big woman.
You see a bunch of this area is heavily guarded. Quick, like with all your passive perceptions, you can see like there's a lot of guards against the walls, up on high, in different towers. There's at least a guard every 20 foot around the wall doing patrols. This place is very well guarded. And as you come to the front door, there's Arcana.
Yeah, I want to make sure I'm not going to get scanned again like the first entrance.
No. No. But there's a couple of guards up front, and they like, state your business.
Oh, we're here to see Cheyenne about the payment for a delivery.
Oh, all right, up the hall. Go right in. And you see the guard reach over and hit a button, and the door opens up.
Cool.
I like it.
Yes.
So you're taking notes, Artificer.
I've been memorizing stuff since we got here.
Remember.
As you get in, you see like 6 different think of like a bank, except the tellers are behind very thick glass. And there's
Western
least-
Avenue.
there's there's
Sorry.
there's about 10 guards in there at any given moment, just kind of standing around, just watching people. There's about 10 people in there. There's 6 or 7 stalls full. There's a couple of stalls that are empty. There's like a rope line to the location, and there's nobody in the way.
All right, let's go.
Are there any plaques to tell us which teller's which?
Yes.
Okay. Look for the plaque with Cheyenne on it.
Yeah, she is currently free to be into.
Okay, cool.
Hey, so yeah, here you're free to get into.
Oh my.
So as you guys walk up, the glass is darkened, as if like it's just a glass wall. And then you hear a voice. Here for a deposit or a withdrawal?
Oh, your bestie sent me.
Did she now?
And I hand up the receipt. Oh, yes. She said you were the one to talk to for sure.
Oh, okay. And you hear a click, and the glass kind of lightens up, and you can see another half-orc woman sitting there.
Axis just standing at almost the full 7 foot, all four, like 2 of his right arms waving at the glass when it comes out.
Oh.
Then, well, it takes all kinds. Who am I to judge? But how is Roxanne? What'd you go see her for?
Oh, we were just delivered a sack full of mail.
Oh.
Middle ways rest.
Oh, really? Good, good, good. No, not to be a chatterbox, but how was the route here? I heard it was dangerous.
Oh,
We had no trouble.
no trouble at all.
Got
All
some
the
food.
danger was taken care of.
Good. Did the
Yes,
shipment of gold get there?
I don't
Good.
know.
Got to where it needed to go.
Really? I know we passed it.
Yeah,
Well-
it's fine.
Oh, okay. So, what can I do for you? Oh, that's right, the receipt. That's right, Ben threw the receipt up. All right, so you're getting... Wow. He authorized it? Oh.
It's been a very busy week.
Alrighty, since he authorized it, it's going on his tab. He ain't gonna get me here no more. I'll tell you what, fucking asshole. I'll be right back. Look to your left. You'll see a door over there. One of the guards will walk out and wave to you to come collect your stuff. It shouldn't be but a few moments. And she gets up. The glass goes dark, and she walks away. In about 2.5 minutes' time, a guard comes out that's wearing very light armor. Comes out and says, dwarf, half-elf, or dwarf, dragonborn, halfling, and creature.
Just waves at him.
Yes, you. This way, please. And he holds the door open, and you guys can see Cheyenne standing behind a table and all of that gold and stuff on the table. She's like, we counted it, and here you go.
All right.
Hmm.
Uh,
How much gold was that again?
yeah.
I was saying, I think Ben had the contract, right?
I'll have to say it was 10,000.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
Yes.
Okay.
Had to fight for that arm and
Yeah, I'm
nail and tooth and
pretty
claw.
sure you're right.
I stretch forward as takes it all, puts it into his bag. because he hasn't taken any gold yet. He's
Take
like,
it.
in his mind, he's like, I saw you all take all the gold out of the thing. This is mine for research. Like, no one hears it. He's saying it through the link to everybody else.
And Cheyenne was like, okay, before you go, I just need a quick signature saying that you received it.
Oh, Dracula, that's
All right, and we should be good.
Thank you.
have a lovely day.
And yeah, she goes through another door, and you can hear a very loud thunk as the door locks.
Alright.
Nice lady.
Yeah, she was.
I'll take her off of my eating list.
You haven't eaten.
Am I off the eating list?
I'm not going to finish that sentence.
Am I
Good.
on the eating list?
You're on
Yeah.
everybody's eating list.
So as you guys go outside, you can see a commotion near your vehicle.
Are they?
Oh.
Does anyone look like they're damaging or scratching it?
No,
Okay,
but there is a
fine.
bunch of guards surrounding it. And you can see claws on top of the cannon.
Is she
I
naked?
almost-
Is normally.
No,
She
no, no.
always is
She-
naked.
she-
She's-
She's just how you left her.
Okay.
I'm
Does-
afraid.
That's the last thing we need is a public indecency charge.
But cats love doing that.
This
I
approaches,
like
puts
you.
one of his-
Let me show you my butthole.
I'm gonna put off the ground, but somehow I'm always at eye level.
Yeah, just approaches and puts one of his hands on one of the guards.
The guard turns around and goes, "What civilian? What the hell?"
What's going on?
You can see him like hastily grab for the amulet and get it going.
He just starts nodding and starts like his bottom two little hands come out and start doing like pulling towards him, like hurry, hurry, hurry.
You're
This
creeping them out.
Khajiit just set fire to something. We're trying to get her down.
What'd she set fire to?
She
I mean,
tried to
nobody
burn
shoot
down
it.
the high chapel.
He just
Oh
looks
my
over at the
God.
high chapel.
You can see some scorch marking on the high chapel.
I can
And
fix that. There's no reason for that. He just walks over to the high chapel and starts casting mend on everything that's kind of burnt or hurt.
some of the guards are questioning it, and you can tell some of the more experienced guards are like, "It's fixed. I don't have to file paperwork. I'm out." Just walks away.
Oh,
Claus, what are you doing?
He just waves at the
Why?
experienced guards as they're walking off.
why is it you could be so sneaky, but you have to cause a goddamn commotion every time we go somewhere?
I fell and tripped, and it went off.
I'm gonna put a safety on it. Hold on. He just
If you weren't the
disappears.
contracted slave, I'd fire you.
He's gonna be taking scraps and stuff that's in there, and he's gonna rig a safety to where in the driver's station you have to depress a switch for the cannons to be fireable.
Fair enough.
Lesson learned, I guess. We probably should go visit the
Safeties.
chapel.
I never think of the safeties.
Oh, well. Claus will.
This vehicle will be locked at all, so people can just walk in.
You're very fortunate.
Claus gets down and goes into the meats and is not coming out. She
I
had her
wonder
fun.
If there's a safety now, it's fine.
Claus not touch
Claus-
anything. Claus sit and make food. Claus not go outside. Claus worried I
His
get
name
bounty.
Drow.
Not yet?
No, and if you
Let me know
do,
if you
you
see
didn't
one.
see it, drow.
Just leaves after telling her to tell him if he sees one.
I'm starting to wonder if Claus is in heat or something.
Why?
So as you guys, who's all going to the High Chapel?
I am.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
gonna
check
follow
out the
everybody.
market.
Okay. And what's Tiny doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the chapel.
All right. So we got 3 for the chapel and 1 for the market?
Yeah.
Okay. So as the chapel people enter into the chapel, there is a lot of commotion going on and people wondering what happened. And you can see a couple of the, I guess, higher pastors calming some of the congregation down. There is a different type of religious event every other hour. And right now they are in session for Paylor.
Oh. The best one. Okay.
Disheartening.
I don't like church. I'm gonna go find the other person. He turns around and leaves. And he's gonna go try to find the halfling that went off to the market.
Yeah, I can breathe a little bit easier.
All right. So in the chapel, there is a statue to every god out there, evil or good, neutral, doesn't matter. Every god has a station here. And every station has its own room, and it's labeled above the door for each room. Except for the main hall. In the main hall, there is a giant hallway going down, and that's where you can find all the sub rooms. And then at the very end, because Paylor is the predominant religion here, they have a pretty large cathedral area for that. And then behind it further, you can see what's called like a priest quarters, where a lot of... I am bleeding for some reason. Oh, well, I'll figure that out later. I was like, why is my leg itching? I just reached down and like touched wet. Like, oh, that's great. I must have scratched off a
Mosquitoes
scab.
built different down there.
I must have scratched off a scab by accident. That's the only thing I could think of. But you can see like where a lot of priests will hang out and usually live and be like do a lot of the higher up decisions for the church as a whole. And there might not be a guide or a pastor for each religion, but each one knows the other religion well enough to do a sermon. So what would you guys like to do?
Well, I will first apologize for the commotion outside if anyone's actually concerned about that.
No,
And then see
no.
what this sermon of Paylor is about.
Think of it like a standard like Christian church. There's somebody running with hymns and whatnot, and everyone just following along. For the most part, that's what it's done.
I shall stick around for that.
All right,
Pay
Huh.
my respects.
Tiny.
Go see if there's room for a Noctum or not.
Yes, there is one. There's like 3 or 4 people in there. They're not really doing any hymns or whatnot. They're just kind of silently meditating.
Might do that for a little bit.
All right. And we go to Lyra, who's in the marketplace. In the marketplace is rustling with all sorts of things. People buying, people selling. You see carts coming in every now and again to replenish stocks or the stalls and whatnot. It's a very lively place.
Did I find anything interesting?
You, with your traits, can tell when somebody's selling off-market goods.
Ooh. I'll go to that stall.
All right. You go to the stall, and there is a dwarven man standing there going, "Oh, hello there, halfling. Can I interest you in?"
What do you have under the table?
I mean, you're short enough. You should see it, right?
You.
Why did you have to add that comment?
I believe it is the exchange. I believe it's 100 copper equals 1... Or is 100 copper equals 1 silver?
It's 10. All
10?
The way up, except
Okay.
the one that's weird. that no one really uses.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, 10 copper, 1 silver, 10 silver, 1 gold.
10 gold, 1 platinum.
Yep. All right. He the dwarf leans in a little bit more. What are you interested in?
Anything and everything. If it's got some kind of a power to it,
I got one question for you. Where do you hail from?
here and there.
That's not how this goes. I need to know where you're from, because that'll change everything.
I was born in Malkir.
All right. Noct, you won't find her.
Wonderful.
So he kind of flows back his stall a little bit. This way, lady. And as you go into the small stall, he's got a wardrobe, and you see him spin a dial, and he opens it and goes, right this way. And as you open it, you can feel like you're being teleported somewhere else. And then the door behind you closes, and there is a hobgoblin guarding the door. And before you is even more stalls of all sorts of black market goods. You know this place. You've been here before. This place is the black market.
Oh, lovely.
You can see people being sold. You can see dragon eggs for sale. You can see hags in cages with nullification spells around the cage in place. And someone's auctioning it off. If it exists, it's probably being sold here.
Nice. I go around looking at things like kid in a candy store.
All right. Back to our churchgoers. Session's over. The sermon's over. And there's a collection plate coming around, Ben.
I put a platinum piece in there.
The pastor cannot bow hard enough after seeing that. May Palor's light be with you.
Oh, I'm going to need it.
Tiny, you can hear some rustling outside of the door. And it sounds like people just leaving.
Yeah.
Knoxville, as you're walking around the market, people are giving you strange looks.
I'm just stopping every once in a while. Have you seen a halfling? I'm looking for a halfling. Just like looking around trying to find Lyra.
A couple of people accept your mind link, and some of them, like, there's many halflings. You're going to have to explain harder than that. And they bring up nothing.
Nah, dang it. Start going, like, to different stalls and stuff and trying to ask about her.
Give me another, you know what? Give me high or low.
Hi.
And you're in front of the same dwarf.
Have you seen a halfling?
Hey.
I'm looking for her. I'm a friend.
Yes. I've seen one. Matches description.
Where'd she go?
To a place to buy wares from me.
Can you show me?
He's so eager.
Just kind of tilts his head. The spider kind of crawls around his neck a little bit and perches on his head. Waves at him.
You know what? You're not from around here by any means, are you? I think you
I'm from
belong.
there. He points up in space.
You know what? Fuck it. Why not? And he leads you back to behind his little tent thing and opens up his wardrobe and opens up the thing. Just go on, step in. It looks like a silver glimmery wall. You can't really see what's inside.
Just kind of crouches, goes through.
All right.
Assuming I'm kind of too tall for it at max height, so.
Yeah. So as you walk through, you're in a cage, surrounded by people in a very dark alleyway area. And people are stammering, going, "Wow, what is this?"
This was not what I meant.
There's a lot of people are going around, and you can see some people coming up that looks like they have a much more authority, and they're just kind of examining you thoroughly. Lyra, you hear a commotion going on.
I walk over to it.
You can see Axis in a cage.
What
And
did you
people
do?
are starting to talk about bidding on it,
He's
like
just
what they think
looking
he's
around.
worth.
Is there any drow around him?
Yes, there's a couple.
He looks down at one of them. I'm going to eat you when I get out of here. How much? And he looks around at the people. How much if you let me eat him? I will make a show right now.
You-
I have a weird feeling.
No reverse card.
You guys see a couple of half giants walk over, and they're one of them scratching his head, going, "This one wants to fight or eat drow?"
I'm hungry. Drow are a delicacy where I come from.
Oh, I'd pay $5,000 to see that.
Oh my.
Wonderful. Let me out of this cage and I'll gladly show you.
The two half giants go over and pick up the cage that you're in and walk you to this small coliseum. It's more like a caged-in dome, and walk you in and set you down. And then they throw in 5 or 6 drow and give them short swords. They have no armor on. And you see a what looks to be half eldritch lich sitting in a throne, and snaps his fingers, and the cage opens.
He just kind of cracks like his arms and stuff back. Wonderful dinner. Don't care if anyone watches.
Lyra, you've seen all this happen.
I'm watching.
Okay,
Huh.
going
pulls
over,
Pulls out a gun. But yes.
going over to Tiny and Ben.
Wait, oh. I've got a lot of crude diamonds. I think I might go see if I can get these what I find.
All right,
When I get something to eat.
the market would have all of that. Yes.
Mr. Tiny,
Yes.
are you going?
Yeah, I suppose so. Find something to do.
Knockville,
You're
what
good?
are you playing as?
I haven't seen a.
Were you drinking some of that good wine in there?
No.
All right, let's go.
What's your race again, Knockville?
Thryking.
Thryking. Okay. All right. As you guys are heading over to the market, you see a bunch of stalls everywhere. Everyone is pretty much buying, selling. You can smell some good food coming around. What are you looking for, I guess?
Jeweler? Magical stuff?
You can tell like a lot of the stuff that's on the stalls are minor trinkets of sorts that have some magic power to them, but you've seen better.
Where's the good stuff?
Can I get a snack?
Can I get a snack? Is that what you said?
Can I get a snack? Yeah.
You can find a couple of different snacks from vendors. They got a lot of different stuff going on. Through perception 17. Yeah. You find one stall vendor who looks a little too money hungry for his own good. He's got a lot of magical items, and you've seen them before, and you know they're better quality. Tiny, you find a guy making what looks like gyros. and you can see the lamb he's cutting from hanging up next to his stall. So he's cutting it fresh to make the gyros.
I'm gonna get some of that.
That's 2 copper pieces per gyro.
Alright, I'll
Good
take,
afternoon.
I'll-
Yes, it is a good afternoon. How can I help you?
It depends. What have you got? What do you know about gems?
Ooh. I got a pretty as eyes, sparkling as diamonds for a girl in your life like you'll never know. What kind of gems you looking for, man?
I just slap one of the crude diamonds on the counter.
Oh, a seller! All right, let me see here. And he pulls out a little kit, and he puts a little monocle in his eye. He starts looking and goes, "Oh, I do believe we can make a deal here. Market value, I believe, is for a diamond this big. I think it's not cut, so we're looking about 700 gold-ish, I believe."
Oh, I'm looking for someone to refine these.
Oh, you're looking for a refiner? Here, and he pulls out a parchment. He starts writing and whatnot. And he goes, "You know, I don't usually give out this information for cheap, if you know what I mean.
Understandable.
So, what you're gonna do?" And he's giving directions in the capital area of where to go. And he kind of marks over here at this house. Go over there. There's a gentleman by the name of Curtis. He's a shy, timid boy, but I tell you what, he is the best damn jeweler I've ever met.
I'm gonna... See if he's bullshitting me.
You feel as he is very confident as he is confident he looks good. Like he's well dressed and feels like he's high, like the high mighty one. You ever seen some of those guys like in a suit? They just feel like they're proud of it and like their ego's twice as wide as them. Those kind of guys. He believes like he is the best. So yeah. You think he's telling you the absolute truth?
All right. I'm not going to run into any trouble, right? I mean, that's awfully suspicious going to a person's home.
He's the guy who cut all this. He's got to work from somewhere.
All right. Thank you, then.
As for the information, before you leave, as for the information, 20 gold should handle that, right? Otherwise, I'll have to take commission out of whatever he cuts.
$20 gold it is.
All right, back to the Thunderdome.
Thunderdome.
Axis, as you're looking at them, you can tell that they're malnourished and they are desperate. That looks like they've been given a chance of freedom if they kill you.
Oh, you're not getting free today. He's just like trying to get into their heads. I'm hungry. So I tell you what. I'll kill one of you. And the other 4, I don't care what you do. I just want to eat someone. He just has his gun out, like twirls it around in one of his smaller hands, starts walking forward.
Okay, so what happens now is the 4 drow kind of look at each other, and then the other 3 kind of zoom in on what they perceive to be the weakest one and kill him outright, and then throw his corpse at you.
Just looks down, looks at them. Keeps the gun in his small hand. 2 bigger hands reach out, grab the body, and starts like again, like if you've ever seen a mantis start eating like another insect, that
So as you're crunching and munching away,
Mhm.
the
Just indiscriminately eating all of the body parts.
Yep.
the lich-like creature kind of stands up and this was a disappointment. And you can see him cast a spell of what looks like magic missile and kills the other 3 drow immediately.
You want me to dispose of those bodies?
I don't care what you do with them.
He pulls out one of the crystals, primes it, and throws it at the other 3 bodies. Fireball goes off.
Now that was impressive. Free him. He's mine.
Jesus,
And
Goes back to eating the corpse.
a bunch of half giants go through and open up the dome completely. You're the boss. Get out of here. Show's over, people. Show's over. Show's over. And
Puts the gun up, now picks the body up, just starts walking out with the...
Oh, a to-go bag.
eating the body.
Go
I can have my food and walk around with it.
Tacoma Drow.
Just like stops in front of the giant that asked him, that told him he'd pay to see that, and just starts eating in front of him.
Ugh.
You know what? You're pretty good in my book. I like you.
One side, like 2 arms just shoot up in the air, thumbs up. Just starts walking off.
I walk over to Zaxxus.
Stops. Hey, found you. Got lunch. Want some?
No, I'm good.
Does your armor want some?
Yes.
Just like bites into one of the arms that he hasn't gotten to yet, rips part of it off, hands it to her, goes back to eating.
Is it cooked already? Like from a fireball?
No, I'm eating
No.
it raw.
It's rough.
I'm whistling on my way to the jeweler.
Alright. Tiny, is there anything you want to do?
I haven't a great day. I'm surprised how uneventful it is after all that drama.
Just enjoy my gyros walk around the market.
Alright. Oh my god. Alright. Ben, as you get to this door, you can see a hastily made sign. Curtis Jewelry. It looks really shittily done. Yeah, no, the map says you're right where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, I'll go knock on the door then.
You hear a very low, a very muffled, "Doors open, come in."
I slip my top hat on, straighten up my clothes, and walk in. Good
Oh
afternoon.
my god. You can see a half-elf man in a wheelchair sitting at a table chipping away at different jewels. And there's a bunch of jewels on the table that look absolutely pristine, like they belong on the king's crown. What you need, without even looking up from what he's doing, he is just intently working on this jewel.
What is he? I'm not really sure if I could roll for this or what. Can I tell why he's in the wheelchair? Like, is he disabled or?
He is missing a whole leg, and the other leg is missing from the knee down.
Oh, I suppose there's nothing I could do to grow back a limb. Well, I show him some of the crude gems that I have, the sapphires and rubies.
Oh, more work? Okay. I'll get to him when I get to him. Is there anything specific about these I need to do?
Good, a bit melancholy. I don't know. I hate to see someone that's such a good artificer to excuse me. A bit of a cold. Well, what would be the most lucrative thing for me to do with them?
Well, you could leave them here, and then I give you a bill of sale, and then whatever they sell for, I can find a way of getting a sending pigeon to you with a bag of holding or a receipt, whichever you prefer.
If I feel. Do you not like what you do? I'm sorry, it's throwing me off a bit. Most people have very hungry, greedy eyes.
No, I see. Well, it's kind of a longer story, but I guess it's fine. So I used to work for a lot of different survey teams, and one of our teams ended up finding a purple worm, and I luckily got away. But not unscathed, as you can see. There was a platoon of 100 of us, and I was one of the 3 survivors. There's not much I can really do, but I have the steadiest hand still, and I'm the only one that seems to be able to do this kind of work as well as I can. I miss running around through the trees and seeing new places. That's all.
Ew. Do you not have prosthetics here? I've got a friend that could probably make you some good legs.
Prosthetics?
Yeah, so it'd be the equivalent of having new legs, essentially. A bit better than a wheelchair. You'd still be able to get around.
I'm sorry, the last person that came through and offered that was a complete and utter joke to me, and I got conned into doing this work. They're like, you can move around again, and then they gave me this shoddy wheelchair.
Well, I speak to him. I'll see what I can do. Until then, I've got 25 crude diamonds, 25 crude rubies, 17 crude emeralds, and 43 crude sapphires.
Do you want these locked inside jewelry or just cut?
Just cut.
Okay, I can do the best I can do. If you're gonna be in town for the next... I could probably do them all in 3 days.
It's remarkable.
It's not like I have
You
anything
know-
better to do.
Do you know anyone, any enchanters or...
The best place to find an enchanter would probably be over by the Westgate area. Well, not Westgate, really. More, maybe the Adventurers Guild. I don't know. Enchantings are not really my thing, but that's usually where I would go to find a lead.
Very well. Okay, I'll leave this stuff with you.
All right. I'll be here. He goes back to chipping away.
I'm gonna go try to find Axius.
Tiny, you, during that process, you see a big commotion going on, and you hear a very loud man exclaiming, "All right, everyone, it's time for the all-you-can-eat competition."
Oh, shit.
Everyone knows the rules. It's, you can see a bunch of people kind of gathering around, and there's 8 people, but the table's room for 10 sitting in front. And they're like, you know the rules? It's 7 silver to get in. Winner gets 5 gold. Whoever ate the most gets the gold.
I might join in on that.
Alrighty then.
Heroes didn't really hit the spot.
Uh-oh. Says my bit rate just dropped. That's not good. It's lagging like a motherfucker. That's not good at all. Is the stream still up and running well, or no?
Give me a second.
I just looked at it and it was like, it says it's dead to the world.